Today, we're going to be covering everything that 2K dropped in their latest blog post about everything that is new in the park in NBA 2K26. But however, we're also going to be covering a way that you guys can make free VC in order to make your builds 100% free in NBA 2K26. So you guys will not want to miss that. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the very end of this video so you don't miss anything, because this could change the way that you play NBA 2K26 for the rest of the year. So make sure you stay tuned. Okay, so 2K did end up revamping what the rec, the proving grounds, and as well as the pro-am looks like, and I'll go ahead and pop an image of that up on the screen so you guys can see for yourself. In my opinion, I honestly think that it does look pretty tough, but you know, that's just my opinion. And as far as the city goes, they actually made it a lot more accessible, according to them, obviously. This is what it's gonna look like, and honestly, it looks very aesthetic, very clean, very cool. I honestly love the look of the city this year. They're also gonna be bringing old parks back every season or something like that. It's gonna be like 2K17, 2K18, 19 parks, everything like that, which is so dope, man. I'm actually personally a huge fan of that change. But yeah, this is what we're talking about when we get into making free builds. So this is just one of the things. 2K ended up adding park MVP. So basically it's going to be the best, highest rep in the park, I believe. And if you take down this player, you'll get 5 times rep and 5 times VC for that game. And basically that cools down every 3 hours. So you can basically keep doing this every 3 hours. And as far as VC goes, that's not the highest amount. That's not the best thing ever, you know, in the game, but it can definitely help you get some extra VC, and especially the rep. That would be really huge. But this is where we actually get crazy, because this is streak setters. This is something new. This is basically with the players with the longest streak on each court, they'll have their names spotlighted on the court like permanently for the rest of the season. So that's just going to be tough in its own right. And also they are adding this thing called a streak breaker. So basically once your opponent or someone in the park goes on a crazy high streak, you can earn VC for snapping their streak. So basically, let's say someone goes on a 20 game streak, you can break their streak and get 20k VC. And once they go on a 20 game, every single win after that is 1000 VC. So if they go on a 30 game streak, it's 30k. 40 game streak, you get 40k. So if there's a crazy high win streak, bro, you're gonna want to break that streak, bro. And there is no limit to how many times you can do this. So you can keep going from park to park trying to beat these high win streaks all day, and you could end up coming out with like 100k VC on this game. So that is just huge. If you're actually good at this game, there's ways that you can make VC in order to upgrade your build for free. It's not, oh, you have to spend $100 now. It's literally, you can actually grind the game, become good, and literally earn builds this way, which is so good. I think this is something they've been needing to add in the games, a way that you can actually earn VC for being good at the game. So it incentivizes you to actually play the game and stay on the game, because obviously 2K is fun when it comes out, but sometimes it just dries up, it dies out, you know. But like if this is in the game, it's gonna make you more willing and wanting to play the game more often, bro. Like, oh, maybe I didn't beat this guy's streak, but maybe tomorrow I'll beat his streak. Like, you know, it's just gonna keep you in that loop. And especially how expensive it is to add upgrade a build, you know what I'm saying? If you get like 30k a game, that's literally that's a ton of VC, bro. And before, literally the theater, the park, people didn't really care. People just wanted to play the theater so you could get through games faster, because there was no advantages to playing in the park. But this year there's a 25% rep bonus for every single park game. So that's a huge another upgrade, because honestly, the park needed something different than the theater, because the theater was just better. It was better to play. You just got games faster, you got through them faster, you loaded into them faster. Like there was really no reason to be in the park last year. But this year there's definitely going to be reasons to be in the park, bro. All right, it's a whole new day for me, but I mean, just ignore that. We're going to get back to this news, bro. The next thing they want to talk about is crews. So basically, if y'all play Clash, this is like having a clan on Clash Royale, bro. So this is basically like you're establishing your own affiliation. So basically, you better basically just get like 50 players for your crew, and then like the name of your crew is going to be like represented on your like nameplate, and you're going to have a logo. And basically it's actually kind of a tough idea, and there's also rewards that come with this. So basically you have weekly goals to keep rising the ranks basically, and there's 30 crew levels. So it kind of starts off with custom crew logos, custom branded crew clothing. So basically you can kind of make your own clothing. So it's custom clothing back. I don't know, man, we're gonna have to see. But this is where it gets big, because you get 4 cap breakers and another max +1 batch slot. So dude, 4 cap breakers, like what? That's huge, bro. And then there's also VC and rep multipliers that activate when you play with your crew, and then boosts, and this has more stuff. But bro, 4 cap breakers, you can unlock that just from playing with the crew. That sounds tough, bro. This is just another thing to keep you on the game, which I like, bro. I like having this stuff to do on 2K26. I don't want to just be mindlessly playing 2K in the park for no reason. I want to have goals to work to in the game, which I think this is in the right step, bro. I'm gonna be needing some crew members, so if y'all want to be in my crew, drop your username down below, bro, for sure. They've also added new leaderboards, and basically it just highlights the players with the most wins in a park, theater, break, proving grounds, all that stuff. And there's also like a 12-foot statue of the #1 ranked player outside of the mode. So I mean, that sounds pretty cool. There's also like geographical leaderboards where basically like it represents the state that you're in. I mean, that sounds cool. It is another incentive to like stay on the game, which I like. And they also have the same thing for crews. Whoever's the best crew, you can see it around the city or whatever like that. I mean, this is cool, bro. And then the rep system is basically back from 2K25, but it just has fresh rewards. They still have the 1 through 5 rookie, starter, veteran, legend, and like the 1 through 5 across those. I liked how the rep was last year, so that's cool. And then they just have new rewards. So, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be pretty much the same shit. I mean, they have cap breakers, boost, animations, VC. That's literally the same thing as last year. So I don't know what it's talking about with new rewards. I'm sure it's going to be some kind of different stuff, but we're just going to have to see, obviously. They've also added more comp to Pro-Am. So basically every 3 weeks, they're going to have a Pro-Am tournament for 3v3 and 5v5. Basically, to qualify, you have to play 10 games of Pro-Am with your team. And then there's just a bunch of rewards that you can get. This is another thing that they've added, bro. I feel like they didn't have this type of stuff back last year. Like, it's basically just play the game and try to rep up. This year, there's a bunch of different stuff that's implemented in the game that makes you want to stay on the game, which is just a huge thing, bro. I'm just so hyped for 26, bro. Now they have a new mode called Street Kings. This is basically the same thing as last year with the street ball courts, but now they've made it just all into one court. So, I mean, that's cool as well. This is how you hit that level 40 and get all those badges and get your 99 overall, bro. So yeah, this is kind of clutch. Also adding challenges into 26. So they have beginner challenges, daily, seasonal, and lifetime, and these give you rewards. Beginner is basically just when you first start the game, probably just like finding things, like finding where the stage, the theater, proving grounds, all that stuff. And then the daily challenges, you can complete new challenges every day to earn VC and stuff. And if you complete these challenges, it actually unlocks an hour of 2 times the rep. So, I mean, that's actually super huge. And then with the Pro Pass, it says you'll get more VC for these daily challenges. So that's also something to look out for. They're just trying to be money hungry, but you know what? That's actually kind of clutch. I feel like I always buy the Pro Pass, so that's going to be good for me. And then seasonal, they have cosmetics in there, VC, XP, all that stuff. And then there's lifetime challenges that are probably super long, take super long, and they're going to be super hard to do. But you can get cap breakers out of there, bro. There's going to be cap breakers in there, which is huge. They're going to have speed shoes. Those are going to be back, which is super tough. They have more exclusive cosmetics, so those are probably going to be more rare. All the sweats are going to have those. They just have like those level 40 rewards, like the mech helmet, all that stuff like that. A bunch of VC. So yeah, this is definitely also another thing to incentivize you to play the game, bro. Like, this is sick, bro. I genuinely think this game has a lot of potential. I'm not even going to lie to you. They added a swap build feature, which is sick. Basically, you don't have to like go out, choose your build, all that stuff. There's just like a setting when you hit pause, and you can basically just select your build from there, so you don't have to like rejoin your friend if you join the wrong build or something like that. That's definitely a W feature. My core is back as well, and basically there's just ways that you can design more of your stuff, customization, all that stuff, which is cool, I guess. I mean, that's not really something that I'm gonna worry about because I don't really care. All I get in there to do is just practice dribble moves. I don't need to have, the toughest my court, but that's just me. I'm sure there's people out there that would love to have, a tough ass my court. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is pretty much what the city is. I think 2K is taking a bunch of steps in the right direction, bro. Like, there's a lot of new goals, a lot of new things, a lot of more reasons to play the game, which this is something that 2K has always struggled with. There's always so much hype when 2K releases, and it kind of just dies down as the year goes on. But I think there's a lot of things in here that are gonna make players want to keep playing throughout the year, bro. Like the challenges, the fact that you can actually grind builds this year, you can actually grind, like trying to get break streaks and all that stuff. You can grind VC to actually make your builds for free, bro. There's goals, there's challenges, all that stuff, bro. I think this could be literally a generational 2K, bro. I don't even know if this is just me overhyping it or if this is actually tough. I mean, they brought back dribbling, bro. They brought back no RNG. Well, they didn't even bring back RNG. They've introduced no RNG because apparently they've never had no RNG 2K. Even back in like 2K19, 2K20, there was always RNG in those games. Apparently, bro. I mean, that's what I've heard. But yeah, this is the first year that there's literally no RNG, bro. If you time your shot, you're greening it. So, I mean, That's just something huge, bro. And I think there's just a lot of stuff that's gonna make you want to play 2K. You're not just stuck to one mode. Like last year, it was either I'm in theater or I'm in stage because I get the fastest games. And in stage, I get the most VC. This year, there's a lot of more variety in what to play. I might play Pro-Am, I might play Proving Grounds, I might, obviously I'll play stage. I might play park a lot more this year. I might do different game modes just to try to beat those challenges and goals and all that stuff, bro. I'm hyped for this year, bro. 2K literally comes out tomorrow, bro, and I will be streaming it. So make sure you guys notify yourself for the upcoming stream because it is going to be lit. You guys will not want to miss it, bro. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys are hyped for 2K26 down below because I definitely am, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one.